What up? It's your boy Credit Beatdown. And today we're going to discuss future Gohan. So in this video, it's not going to be the combos. I will save that for another video. I don't want to cram everything into one video because it starts to become too much. So for this video, we're going to get into like the overview, the breakdown of this character, and kind of their game plan for success. And Gohan is, if you've seen any of my videos that I did on him, he is a defensive fighter. He has great defensive tools. Let's get into it real quick. I do want to tell you that this character, he is really good, like I'm saying, at defensive fighting, but he also has, I would say, a great boost with stamina regeneration. So he gets this boost from Super Saiyan. Super Saiyan, well, Future Super Saiyan, it has no defense buff. I think, I could be wrong. 7.5 boost. I know it's for regular Super Saiyan, but I know that Future Super Saiyan gets a boost and basic attack as well. I know there's other stat boosts as well, but they're not really noticeable too much. The other thing is the downside of course, the Future Super Saiyan is the auto ki drain, but his Super Soul counteracts that. So when your health gets to 50%, his Super Soul activates permanently as long as he's below 50% health, and he ends up getting a boost to stamina regeneration, which pairs with Future Super Saiyan, and then he also gets ki auto regeneration, and that helps counteract the downside of Future Super Saiyan, so that there is no downside to Future Super Saiyan, which is crazy. That is, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it really does pair together, and you need ki for defensive fighters. You need ki. You need ki. So like, if you're going to be doing defensive techniques, you definitely need ki to make it work. But now let's get into my reasoning on why he's such a great defensive fighter, because it's literally the proof is in the pudding. You can look at his moves. Super explosive wave. Of course, you could throw it out like that, but this is one of those moves that has multiple functions. So basically what I mean by that, a different input or anything, it does something else. I'm throwing it out normally, but if I move backward and activate it, then I do a backflip. So it does that, but it has another function as well. I throw out a backflip, the attack comes out, but I could also block to cancel it. So I block to cancel it. This is a great defensive skill. This is not like backflip. This skill goes farther than backflip. The only thing with this is that it requires 2 bars of ki, but your ki will not be used if you just cancel it. Your ki will only be used if you actually activate the attack. And it could be a great combo starter as well. So say like you're blocking, right? Your opponent's attacking you, bam, you want to get out the way. Or say like if you attack and you miss, you could throw that out, right? And your opponent might try to attack you and they're going to whiff because you backflip, and you can let this attack play out. You know, whatever the situation, however the situation works. Going on from there, because I don't want to just get too caught up in the moves. Now we have Senko Ki Blast. This move, it's unblockable. So look, blocking, right? Unblockable. And it attacks a range. It attacks a range. That's the cool part. So now look at this. Let's say they vanish. Let's say they vanish. So even if they vanish, it still catches them. And the cool part about that is that it actually has enough active frames to catch someone doing a vanish. So there, and what you're gonna do, block it? You would have to actually try to move or something, but then you're just gonna get caught by it. A great defensive skill. It's a great defensive skill because it takes you out of harm's way right after attacking. And so once your hand goes in the air, you're pretty much invincible. So like that's iframe. So basically you're invincible right now. You cannot be damaged. And then you shoot up into the air. It's as simple as that. Awesome defensive skill. I don't know why people don't use that on their characters, but when you also hit them right, you stagger them, and so then you're able to go into a combo. It's a great combo starter as well. So you kind of getting the gist of it. A lot of his moves, he could do them right. He could do them right. Like he can attack, and then he could do a defensive skill to get out of there. Oh, so he ends up missing to avoid getting countered. He throws a defensive skill out like that. You can do that. He throws a defensive skill out like that. You can do that. This one takes more time. This one is quick. And you see the space it gives. But then this, you really have to be careful. Because this on whiff is bad. If you miss this, I would say if you miss your attack and then you try to hit this, you really got to be careful because they can easily throw something quicker out. So you have to just be cautious with that. So if you could, do that. And I guarantee you'll be a lot more harder to catch. Sonic Rush. So this is not exactly, I would say, I guess you could call it an offensive skill, but this is something that you would throw out at an opponent. So you see it right, you see how he's blocking right, but it still did that. So he does have a good means for offense as well. So your opponent, they could be trying to, they could block. And then not to mention that I'm saying, so this attack has nasty homing with it. So as long as it doesn't, let me see. So when it doesn't hit right, if you just like throw it out raw, if you miss your attack, it comes out immediately. But if you hit them and you actually land a hit, it doesn't. So it comes out a lot slower. So that's something you want to be aware of. And then you see it does leave them on the ground for a bit, so you can throw an attack out right there. But I'm not talking about combos, but just that's something you can always keep in mind. It's the same thing with Super Explosive Wave, the offensive option for it. You can use it to finish combos or even extend combos up close. So you can do that up close. You can even do a perfect block. Throw that out. Do that. Go it from the side. You can just, there's a lot of different, like I'm saying, there's a lot of different stuff you could do with this. It's just be real. There's a lot of different stuff you could do with this. Okay. Now going on from there, we talked about Sonic Rush, right? We talked about Super Explosive Wave. We talked about Senko Ki Blast. Full power charge. Okay, look, I'm not gonna get too into it. It's full power charge. You should know it's a charge skill. You use it basically just to charge a bit of ki. If you feel like you could really benefit from it, especially from a defensive fighter, why would you not? You do a quick knockback to someone charge them in. You can do this and go into a charge. I think that gives you a good enough time. And that also builds up your ki as well, just from the combo. And then the power ki blast. But let's continue from there, because we have more stuff to get into about his defensive abilities. Ooh, shit, my bad. Anyway, so let's talk about his evasive skill. So you see his evasive skill right here, right? And let me actually put it on normal stamina, because this evasive skill is awesome. It is a great defensive evasive. Like all evasive, I guess, would be defensive in nature, but you could do them while being attacked. But I'm saying this one is built around defense. It's built around protection. So let's look at this. It protects. It has a decent radius. So It don't hit from right there, but it can hit from right here. So that means that your opponent, even if they vanish, they are 100% getting hit with this. It is making contact in some way, shape, or form. So you could easily just, it's like, say like if they're attacking you, right? You can attack, boom, they right there. What they gonna do, vanish? They could vanish, right? They could vanish, but they're still gonna get hit. And even if they don't get hit, even if they block it, right? Let's say if they block it. Worst case scenario, if they block it, you could just hold it. And you see how that works? And you could even hold it even longer because you are fully protected in this. This thing has priority. It has tenacity. I'll say it's a potent evasive. That means that it cannot just be taken down easily by ultimates or anything else. It'll eat through, it'll cancel some stuff out. Like even destructive fission will have issues trying to get through this. So let's actually show you something else, because this evasive is definitely important. If you're playing Gohan, you want to know how to use this evasive, you want to know how to get it to the best use possible. So, and like I said, I'm gonna do a video on it I'm gonna do a video about it on its own too. But I'm saying simply, oh my bad. You end up knocking the opponent back, and now look, stamina is coming back. You can at least get a minimum a bar of stamina back safely. It might cost 3 bars, right, to actually do the evasive. But look, you could easily get a bar back safely. A bar minimum. That's if they don't want to rush you. Then now you can get like 2 bars back, and you can get it even faster with Future Super Saiyan. Now look, you're on the ground, right? Make sure you stay down on the ground. See, it ain't that crazy, because now they gotta actually do something to where they come towards you and actually attack you. So this is a good way of preserving your own stamina. I understand it is a 3-bar evasive. It is 3 bars for a reason. This is a great evasive. This is an awesome evasive. It is awesome for its purpose and what it does. Not to mention that with Future Gohan, you can actually. So that's insane. So you could get a little bit of damage off too. If you spend 2 bars of ki, you could get a little bit of damage off and knock them back even farther. You can't, man, make it make sense. That's what I'm saying. It's crazy. He's a great fighter. I'm telling you, Gohan is a great fighter for what he does. So look, you throw that out, right? Bam. Even more accelerated stamina regeneration. Talk about all those now. I would say Future Super Saiyan, well, you should know what that do now. But it does give him enhanced offense and everything. What we're going to get into now, I'm going to actually show you 4 power energy wave, and I'm going to show you one-hand Kamehameha. We should all know what 4 power energy wave does. It is a universal ultimate. I'll call it that. It has a universal way of actually landing it. Just do that. And you get like a bar of health. You take a bar of health away just for 3 bars. Just for 3 bars. It's a quick ultimate. Your opponent doesn't get much stamina back from taking this damage. You don't have to break their guard. So you don't have to risk them activating a defensive limit burst and getting all their stamina back. Just all that stuff. You put them in a risky spot and everything, especially when their health is already old. You make them waste the resources. It's as simple as that. There's nothing wrong with it. And now let's get into one-handed Kamehameha. So let's go full power. Let's activate it. See, so now they did 13,000 damage. Of course, more than 4 power energy wave, but realistically, you won't be using one-handed Kamehameha normal. This is not something you exactly combo into unless you've broken that stamina. This move is supposed to be like a finisher or a last resort. Remember that it is either a finisher or a last resort, and I will show you. So for 5 bars of key, you end up doing 19,000 damage. That's pretty much almost 2 health bars. That's good for 5 bars of key. That is good. That is a good amount of damage to actually be able to do. And so that's what I'm saying. You're gonna use that for a finisher. You have to break their stamina and go down for a finisher to activate that part. If not, you know what I'm saying? If you could, because the thing is with this ultimate is like the backflip, right? You're invincible doing all this shit, right? But as soon as you do all them little flips and kicks and shit, you end up getting to this part, and now you can easily get your guard broken. And I assume you don't want your guard broken. You see, but if you hit them, it's different. If you land a hit, it's different, which is crazy. So that means that if you're in a stamina break, you can actually combo this, and you can actually land it for all the full damage it does. But I'll show that in the combo video. What this move does, what I'm saying. So like, let's look at this. I'll put it like this. Because on whiff, right? They say like on whiff, basically, if my attack comes up short, if I miss for whatever reason, whiff, then I can throw that out still. That's pretty much how that works. But not only that, this ultimate acts as an evasive. So now let's look at this. So now we end up having this attack, right? Look at it. It only costs 1 bar of stamina. So realistically, that could really save you from a game-ending combo or attack. You just kind of get out of there real quick. Really, I would probably use that against a strike skill. If someone's doing like a super attack, that's probably when I use that. And then, say like if someone break my stamina, okay, well you break my guard after I completely lost everything, then okay, bam, I'm throwing this out. Simple as that. And I'm saying, so Gohan can be really hard to take down, really hard to touch. You know what I'm saying? If you use him properly the way he's meant to be used. I really hope you guys learned something from this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I almost forgot, this dude has a power key blast too. So power key blast definitely works well with his kit, because you're able to mix stuff up. Anyway, it's your boy Creative Beatdown, and y'all stay creative.